This last technology that I have is one that a lot of adults, I think, are familiar with. It's Duolingo. It's a language learning website, and not many people think about using this in the classroom. But I have actually started using it in my second grade classroom with two of my students, more specifically one than the other. And I'm actually currently logged into her profile. And as you can see, everything's in Spanish. And the reason being is she moved here 2 years ago and she is still struggling speaking English. She came from a Spanish speaking country and it's just not connecting. And while she can't read in Spanish and she can't really read in English, what I'm able to do with her is I'm able to take time out every day because she is my only student that needs this kind of help. I sit right next to her and I'm able to read this to her in Spanish and in English. And this has already helped. We've only used this a couple times a week for maybe a month, and I've already seen improvements on her English. Now, is it as fun as most kids would want things to be? Probably not. But that one on one attention, I think, really, really helps. But this more so would be helpful with older children. So if you have older kids in, say, middle school, high school that come and they need to learn English, or even if you teach a foreign language class, this is the perfect thing. They have so many languages on here. They have learning English, they have learning Russian, Korean, Japanese. They even have such silly ones as learning like High Valerian, or I think they even have like Klingon or something. And it's just fun. It's a new way to learn it. And I'm able to sit with my student and we're able to go through this and I'm able to see where she's struggling, what words is she remembering, how I'm able to actually see in her brain how she's translating things because it asks questions in English that she then has to translate into Spanish, and it does it vice versa. And they have things on here that you can just do vocabulary, and these are all words in English that she has worked on. Now, for us, these words aren't hard, like I, are, you, she, am. But for her, these are really challenging. And you can actually see over here, I can go in and look because obviously I have her login information, but I can see how well she is doing. So he is a word that she's struggling with. She's not doing very well. But words like girl, she's doing awesome with, and am, she's able to place those in sentences correctly. She's able to type them. And it even has parts of here where you have to, oh, sorry, I clicked on the forum. Didn't mean to. You can speak, and it has to be able to understand you. So you have to make sure that you're enunciating correctly. And the cool thing for the older kids, which you kind of have to monitor, but it has a forum where you can ask questions. You can talk to people who are in the same kind of boat as you are. You can ask questions, be like, "Hey, I thought when this is translated, this is what it means," and they can answer it, and they understand because they're in the same boat. And it just has all kinds of things, like it has food, family verbs, introduction. You can even do really fun things. You can test out if you're doing good. It has badges. It can even tell you, it will give you a little bit of a graph to tell you when you're doing and how you're doing. And it's just an amazing thing, especially since nobody really thinks about using something like this in the classroom, let alone in a primary classroom. But I've been doing it for a month and I've been able to show quite a bit of growth with just one of my students. And it's free. Also, if you wanted to use it, you can use it too. I use this to help me learn Spanish because I am an ELL classroom and I have many students that are dual language. And I'm able to, today I was actually able to have a conversation while using this website with my ELL student, and we were able to converse in very basic Spanish, but we were able to have a conversation about what she was learning. and it's just amazing. I love this website. I would recommend this to anybody who's trying to learn a language or trying to teach a language.